Hello and welcome to this video about 4 signs which may indicate that you could have dyspraxia. When it comes to dyspraxia, also known as developmental coordination disorder, or DCD for short, there are 3 main challenge areas. Fine motor skills, small movements and big movements, also called gross motor skills. In the past, there's been a lot more focus on the coordination side of things. For example, people used to be called clumsy, but there's also what people call executive functioning. This is how we use our brains to plan, organize and sort things out, manage time, and it's also about working memory. Whether we're doing an activity consciously or subconsciously, because of how our brains are wired, it requires that much more effort. So sometimes we need to have a bit of extra support when it comes to time management, organization and listening to instructions. And of course, everyone's wired differently, especially when it comes to dyspraxia. So what I might have could be different, less or more to someone else that has dyspraxia. Let's see what some of the above can look like. Sign number 1, having difficulty with fine motor skills such as tying shoelaces. When I was a kid, I absolutely had difficulty in tying up my shoelaces, and I didn't learn how to tie my shoelaces until I was 8 years old. I do remember when I first tried it, it was unbelievably difficult because your brain is thinking what you have to do, your hands are tying shoelaces at the same time, you're also thinking which is my left and which is my right, and on top of that, you're trying to remember which fingers to use to help you to the final stages of being able to tie the shoelace knot. Trying to do all of that at once was very difficult and exhausting, especially for my differently wired brain. However, thanks to the incredible patience from my occupational therapist at the time, practice and lots of repetition, I was finally able to tie my shoelaces, and I had no issues with that now. However, that is a very common thing for people who have dyspraxia to struggle with. Sign number 2, having difficulty with big movements or gross motor skills, such as learning to ride a bike. Riding a bike requires good coordination. I didn't learn how to ride a bike till I was 7 years old. I found learning how to ride a bike difficult because I had to balance, pedal, watch where I was going, as well as figuring out how to press the brakes all at the same time. The first time I rode my bike without any assistance or training wheels, I hadn't mastered how to stop just yet, and I was too scared to stop. So instead I rode to the end of our street and deliberately fell onto my left side and scraped my knee in the process, which did, of course, hurt. However, that for sure didn't stop me from hopping back onto the bike after that. With patience and lots of practice, I did manage to master balancing and stopping all at the same time. Sign number 3, difficulty with learning new skills. This is 100% something that I still struggle with to this day, and always will. When I'm learning something new, for example, when I had to learn how to code as part of a technology course I took, it takes me a lot longer for the information to get stuck in my brain. However, with lots of practice and lots of patience from myself and from those around me, the information will eventually stick. Once it's there, I will remember it very well in the years to come, even if I haven't done that task in years. Sign number 4, difficulty with working memory or processing information. For example, when I was at school, I would have difficulty at times with listening to and understanding the order of instructions. So if the teacher said to the classroom, everyone open your book to page 5, and then the person next to me said, can I borrow your ruler? My brain would cross those over and say, why does the teacher want my ruler? My brain works better when I am given one instruction at a time or one piece of information at a time. If I'm given too many instructions or too much information, I can't put things logically together in the right order. My understanding is this can also be known as an auditory processing challenge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye!